This is the LFA Fight Network on YouTube. Welcome to the LFA 192 preliminary fights. And we have two can't-miss matchups, beginning with a Someone's O Has Got to Go matchup between Jaime Mora and Shad Walters. Here is the tail of the tape presented by My Fit Foods. Mora is 28 years old. Walters is 1 year older. Mora is 4 inches taller and 2 inches longer in the reach department. Both fighters tip the scales at 136 pounds. To kick off the LFA 192 preliminary action, here's the voice of the LFA Octagon, Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live on the LFA Fight Network on YouTube from the Kaiser Permanente Arena here in Santa Cruz, California for continuing preliminary action here at LFA 192, Kamaru versus Diaz. We are set to go for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA Bantamweight division, brought to you tonight by My Fit Foods. Easy meal prep, real food, real results. And now, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This striker stands 5'6", weight in 136 pounds. He holds a professional record, 3 wins, 0 defeats, with 2 wins coming by way of knockout and 1 by way of submission. Representing Northern Illinois Combat Club, fighting out of Rockford, Illinois, the relentless Shad Walters. His opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a mixed martial artist standing 5'10", weight in 136 pounds. He holds a professional record, 3 wins, 0 defeats, with 1 win coming by way of knockout and 1 by way of submission. Representing Triumph Fitness Center and Team Soriano, fighting out of Napa, California, Jaime the Gentleman Mora. Your referee, Kane Vandal.
Protect yourselves at all times. Follow my instructions. Sound of the bell, come out ready to bang. Touch gloves and turn your corners. Cool.
Ron Crook and Alan Joban with you tonight from Santa Cruz, California for LFA 192. Shad Walters is the underdog. There he is with the blue tape and white shorts at +150 according to Bet Online. The favorite, Jaime Mora, comes in at -180. He's got the red tape and black trunks. LFA Bantamweight action. 2 undefeated fighters, both with 3-0 records. Shad Walters, blue belt in BJJ, a 2021 gold medalist in the Pan American Kickboxing Championships, and Jaime Mora, grappling expert. He's got a purple belt in BJJ.
Yeah, Ron, Shad right now, just both guys filling each other out with this kind of nervous energy process, but Shad Walters is a very polished striker once he gets that going. And on the other side of things, Jaime Mora, when he does go, I mean, you talk about elevated slams. This guy lifts people above his head and slams them down.
Absolutely.
You can't quite tell because of his build. He doesn't look like the most powerful guy in the world, but he's very powerful. He ate a knee right there, but he's trying to get a hold of Shad.
And now Walters plants Mora on his back. And he cut open Mora, too, with that shot, Alan. Shad Walters, 3-0, all his victories coming right here in the LFA Octagon. Jaime Mora making his LFA debut tonight.
Oh.
And he punches his way in, backs Walters up.
My goodness.
Good kick to the body from Mora.
They're both hanging around a little bit too long after the punch is thrown. They're both throwing nice strikes, but then they're allowing themselves to be countered immediately after. Both guys taking punches on the chin. In the pocket there.
No feeling out process for these two. Oh, Walters just missed with a couple of hooks. Mora went upstairs with the kick, and now he goes back to the body, and now the lead leg. Shad Walters seems to be getting closer and closer to finding his target. Now he goes with the front kick.
Oh.
Mora backs out, circling around. You see the blood under the eye, cut opened up by Shad Walters.
Moore feels comfortable. Sorry about that, Ron. Moore feels comfortable on the feet right here, and he's showing a nice left hook, but I feel like his intentions are to draw Walters in and try to get his hands on him. Like I said, he does a lot of good work when he can get his hands together, try to elevate you for a takedown. So far, Shad Walters has had nice submission takedown defense.
Look at this, got the neck, and now he plants Moore up against the cage. He's out, over and out. Shad Walters chokes out Jaime Mora in the very first round.
He doesn't even know what happened, Ron.
Absolutely not.
Jaime Mora was out for 10 seconds. He just woke up and jumped to his feet as if to continue the fight. He had no idea. Shad Walters did a beautiful job sinking in that one-arm guillotine, pushing him against the finish, using the leverage from his body to sink that in, and it just caught him so quickly, Mora didn't know what happened.
Remember the name, the relentless Shad Walters remains unbeaten. 4-0 now inside the LFA octagon, and let's take a look. I mean, he wasn't that quick, but it was pretty quick.
His last fight for Shad Walters was an 11-second knockout. This one took a little bit longer, but nonetheless, the man's undefeated record stays intact, and his 100% finish rate stays intact.
Yes,
let's take a look at some of this action. You see right here, they were trading good blows, and Mora had an opportunity to take it down, but immediately Walters was able to slap on this guillotine. Look at this, no arm in. Now watch the adjustment right here. When he falls down, Shad Walters just hips into him against the fence. He only needed one arm. That other arm, that right hand, is stuck against his belly. Used the weight of his body to press into that. Mora didn't even have time to tap out for that one. He went to sleep. Shad Walters stays undefeated.
Second career submission victory for 29-year-old Shad Walters, fighting out of Rockford, Illinois. As Alan mentioned, he's fresh off an 11-second KO win in his last appearance. Started training only 6 years ago. That is insane, and he is making an impression in the LFA very quickly. Good to see that Jaime Mora is up, and ringside physicians checked him out. Beautiful, nice sign of respect from Shad Walters. Goes over. And a big win for the 29-year-old. 4 straight victories for Shad Walters. He went 1-1 as an amateur in the LFA, and now as a pro, Alan, 4 straight victories.
Yeah, and 4 victories, 4 finishes, 2 knockouts, 2 submissions. To his credit, you know, when I look at footage of Shad Walters, I take him more as a seasoned striker who's tough and can grit out these tough type of fights. But he showed right here, if the opportunity presents itself for a submission, he certainly will take that.
4th fight in 11 months, 2nd first-round finish. Made his pro debut back in October of 2023. Went 4-4 as an amateur, and man, he has taken his fight game up a level as he turned pro.
You'd have to think this is a guy moving forward that we might be seeing on the main card. I mean, undefeated record, all finishes. It's the type of fighter you like to have fighting for your promotion.
Without a doubt. Future is now for Shad Walters. Let's now get the official decision. We go inside to Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Kane Vandal, calls a stop to this fight. 2 minutes, 44 seconds in the very first round for your winner by technical submission due to standing guillotine, the relentless Shad Walters.
Standing guillotine victory for Shad Walters. Remains unbeaten, improves to 4-0, and gives Jaime Mora his first professional defeats. Well, just like Shad Walters, we have seen some incredible athletes grow up inside the LFA octagon, including the man who will be making history tomorrow night with the first sporting event going down in the Sphere in Las Vegas at UFC Noche, also known as UFC 306. Sugar Sean O'Malley defending his belt against #1 contender Merab Dvalishvili. Sean O'Malley made his promotional debut at LFA 11 all the way back in 2017. O'Malley took on David Nuzzo in his home state of Arizona. Now we give you a look back at Sugar Sean O'Malley's LFA debut.
Ladies and gentlemen, the LFA has sent over 300 athletes to the UFC. Tonight, Santa Cruz, you will see tomorrow's UFC stars in action. One of our
you can
LFA
feel the
alumni,
intensity
Sugar
between
Sean
these two
O'Malley,
as
with
someone in the crowd behind us screams out,
UFC.
break his teeth, Nuzzo. This one should be an absolute corker. They are both prowling back and forth. O'Malley undefeated, ready to go. And bad news, David Nuzzo, who comes in at +135. O'Malley the favorite, -175, thanks to Nick Kalikas.
O'Malley was jarring across the cage at him.
Start switching early here, O'Malley. Lots of fakes and feints in the opening 10 seconds from Sean O'Malley. Tall, lean fighter. Nuzzo more flat-footed of the two. Takes a roundhouse kick. Nuzzo's corner saying go with the hands, and he landed. Evades the high kick, nicely done. Turning back kick, Uchidogeri there from O'Malley.
O'Malley very fluid.
Cracking roundhouse kick again to the right side of the body there from O'Malley. Back against the cage, right hand from Nuzzo.
Nuzzo wants to throw bombs with it, get inside those kicks and go.
Nuzzo jabbing to set up the right hand here. Good outside leg kick. Oh, spinning heel kick. Look for the side of the head. High left roundhouse kick from O'Malley. Winds it up. A little bit of showboating there. Completely different styles of striking. More technician O'Malley, more the slugger, the power.
Nuzzo's got to cut him off, give him limited room to move.
Oh, the head kick!
Oh, he's a creative little striker, isn't he?
And the knee!
Got to put the clamps down on O'Malley.
Nuzzo is nuggety. Rides a head kick, and he looks like he just shook it off. Nuzzo seems to be quite the flat-footed of the two, and O'Malley is just oozing with confidence.
He's having fun out there. Good feints and fakes.
Turning back kick to the solar plexus. What, he hits oh, he hit him clean with that left hand twice. Now Nuzzo's been dropped 3 times. That is good night, Irene. That is freaking brilliant. How good is this kid? 7-0. My word, what technique.
I tell you what, he was looking for that highlight reel ending. He saw it. When you're good enough to do stuff like that and throw a spin technique to finish, yeah, you know you've got some talent.
A highlight reel ending, but also probably another, what, 3 highlight reel knockdowns already in that round, Pat?
Yeah. No, he's a machine. Really good game. Good feints, fakes, beautiful technique, good power for a light guy. Smaller fighters a lot of times have trouble knocking people out. He obviously doesn't have that problem.
Beautiful repertoire on O'Malley. Good sportsmanship too. 7-0 now for the 22-year-old.
It's easy to be a good sport after you kick somebody's ass, Michael. Check these techniques out. Beautiful job, double jabbing his way into that overhand, then switches stance. Head kick gets the knockdown. I mean, when he switched stances, he just went for it. There's that short left. Good power out of both hands from southpaw, and watch the spin. Boop. Accuracy. To have that accuracy on the spin technique last second. There's that rear leg kick to the neck. Shin bone to the neck. That'll get the job done, definitely.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Ryan Bruggeman calls a stop to the fight. 2 minutes, 15 seconds into the first round for your winner by knockout, Sugar Sean O'Malley.
7-0, Sugar Sean O'Malley, and does so with style. It's got a Roving run.
All right, Sugar Sean O'Malley. Unbelievable. I don't know. I was really intrigued and couldn't wait for that interview. I mean, that kid looked like he was a go-getter.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
So young.
He was hungry.
He was hungry, ready to go. Great look back at Sean O'Malley's LFA debut. Here we are at LFA 192 now in Santa Cruz, California. Tonight, 2 flyweights look to get their names into that title fight conversation when Mark Climaco returns to the LFA Octagon to face Dana White's Contender Series vet Victor Diaz in the LFA 192 main event.
The LFA returns to Surf City with an international showdown at LFA 192. In the main event, flyweight stars collide with everything on the line. Mark Climaco last fought in Northern California 6.5 years ago. Since then, he has traveled to 5 countries to make his name. He sought out the toughest fights, fought in the LFA 5 times, and advanced to the semifinals of the Road to UFC tournament. Now the Filipino sensation is returning home looking to make a statement. He will face Victor Diaz, who is one of the most dangerous grapplers in the division. The Jiu-Jitsu black belt and Dana White's Contender Series alum is on a mission, and now looks to carve out his own legacy in his LFA debut. Also entering the LFA Octagon, NorCal Kingpin Buddy Braveheart Wallace, Brazilian knockout artist Renato Indio Valente, Australian K1 champion Isaac Thompson, and Muay Thai sensation Kendra McIntyre. Live from Kaiser Permanente Arena in Santa Cruz, California, LFA 192 starts now.
That is tonight's main event. Going to be a banger, no doubt about it, as the LFA 192 preliminary action continues. We've got one more fight coming up, Houston Skiback and Aupuni Pagoa. But before we get to that, Alan, let's talk about Mark Climaco making his first LFA appearance in 20 months. Comes back home after a stint in Road to UFC, where you saw him in action. And tonight he gets his first LFA main event.
Mark Climaco is probably one of the most battle-tested guys, unsigned in the UFC right now, still fighting in the flyweight division. You see some of the champions and former champions in the LFA that he has not only battled, but he has beaten. He relentlessly relies on that wrestling a lot of times. He's well-rounded in every area, very good in every area, but if he can out-grapple you, he will normally take that path to victory. But Ron, he's got a tough one in this matchup. I mean, a real killer on the mat right here with Victor Diaz. You talk about guys at ATT, one of the top gyms in the world, they all have respect for this man. Victor Diaz said he is one of the most talented guys on the mat, and you can see why. Great grappling credentials, 7 submissions and 1 knockout to his credit, so he's a submission artist, but he is not afraid to stand and bang at the least. He likes to chop the leg, throw heavy hands, and he will get it going, Ron.
Well, we were excited to see Kendra McIntyre return. She was coming off this viral head kick KO win. The 5-time Muay Thai champion Kendra McIntyre was scheduled to take on the Dominican Republic's Crisaida Adames. Unfortunately, there's that incredible high kick. Adames suffered an accident at the hotel today, Alan, and had to withdraw from the fight.
It's really unfortunate news for both women, but especially for Kendra McIntyre, riding the highlights from that knockout. She was ready to go. We'll have to see her in the next one.
Well, we got another young gun coming into the LFA Octagon, 22-year-old Isaac Thompson.
Isaac Thompson, man, he is fun to watch. Young kid, knows how to use his striking and knows how to use his range. The way that he is in and out with his movement, very slick on the feet. He's at the right gym right now, Team Alpha Male, working on that grappling and improving upon it every single day.
And then what a banger we have. Renato Valente is back. All this guy does is throw bombs and knock people out.
He loves to throw bombs, and guess what? He's throwing even heavier bombs now. He's training with Alex Bejeda. He moved gyms. He's in a new place, working on that check hook. Also, jiu-jitsu black belt. All of his submissions have come by rear naked choke. A man that you don't want to get hit in the face by, and you don't want taking your back either, Ron.
No, sir. There is some of the power on display from Renato Valente. He will be throwing down with Buddy Wallace, who is coming off a spectacular highlight reel knockout himself.
Oh, Buddy, this guy brings it, Ron, every single time. And you know what? He has this style about him, like he just doesn't care. He's in there with a knockout artist, but he's the one pressing the pace. He's the one getting into the fire. He can submit you, but he would like to stand and trade. Throw these beautiful elbows in the clinch. He got a beautiful KO right there. This fight right here is going to be a banger.
Yeah. Buckle up for this matchup. This is going to be a lot of fun. Buddy Wallace and Renato Valente. Well, we still have some action here. In the LFA 192 prelims, we move into the flyweight division, maybe the most stacked division in the LFA, and a matchup between the veteran Aupuni Pagoa and Houston Skiback. Tail of the tape is powered by Wolfpack. Both athletes are 26 years old. Skiback 2 inches taller than Pagoa, but the Hawaiian will try and utilize almost a 3-inch reach advantage. Once again, for the official fighter introductions, here's Mike Kendall.
All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Listen to my instructions at all times. Touch gloves now if you'd like. Back to your corners.
Extremely close odds for this flyweight matchup between that man, undefeated Houston Skiback, came in at -120. Aupuni Pagoa -110 for the veteran. Pagoa fighting in his 7th LFA bout. And these two are just part of an incredibly deep flyweight division.
Yeah, and that's actually interesting odds. You know, Houston Skiback is undefeated at 2-0. And Aupuni Pagoa does have a couple of losses on his record, but you talk about a very seasoned striker, Pagoa. Very fluid, and you can see it just in the introduction. He's very calm inside of this LFA Octagon. Skiback, you can see a little bit of nerves. Take a little bit of nerves with him walking in here against a dangerous striker like Pagoa.
Absolutely, Skiback making his LFA debut tonight. 26-year-old from California, coming off a triangle choke win in another promotion back in May. Looking for a takedown, and Pagoa fending it off for now.
I think this is certainly the smartest path to victory for Skiback. Did wrestle junior college All-American at Fresno City College. Pagoa known for his fluid striking, very comfortable on the feet. See what happens here in the early going. If he can get an early takedown, maybe build some confidence, right? Get in there in the pocket, start to build on that. It's usually a hit or miss. For Pagoa in an instance like this, to fend off the first takedown is going to give him a little more confidence to let his hands go during the course of this fight.
Known as the Hawaiian Hitman for a reason. Pagoa 3 knockouts out of his 4 wins.
I meant to comment on the opening as well, Ron. Pagoa's neck tattoo.
Yes, sir.
That's a nice neck tattoo.
Yeah.
I mean, gotta say, I've seen some bad ones in MMA fights before, but this is an excellent neck tattoo. If I ever had to get one, I'm going to his guy.
I like it. I think you should go and get it.
Yeah, it has the V-neck at the bottom, so I can wear a low-cut shirt.
I mean, what are you waiting for? if the model Alan Joban approves your neck tattoo, you're in. Well done, Aupuni Pagoa.
Oh, nice little inside right hand landed for Pagoa right there. Sat down Skiback.
And it cut him open too. Almost the exact same cut we saw Jaime Mora in the earlier fight suffer.
If we get to round 2, I'd like to see that little highlight where he set him down, because I like the way that he hit the punches. I almost didn't see it, but Pagoa did a good job of not going wide with the punches. He kind of kept it in the middle, shoe shined up the middle, and was able to sit down Skiback. Oh, look at that jab. If Pagoa can get that jab going, and now you see the bite, the feints. He's feinting with the jab, and Skiback is biting on it. I mean, once you start landing and having your opponent biting on the feints, you start to really feel in control of this dance that they're doing right now.
Under 2 minutes to go, opening round, LFA Flyweight division. Pagoa looking for a bounce-back win. Suffered his first loss in over 2 years back in December at LFA 173. That defeat snapped a 3-fight win streak.
Oh, man. Nice jab. It's the piston jab, right? And when I say that, what I mean by that is he doesn't load it up. He doesn't chamber it. It just goes. And a lot of boxing coaches, they are very stern about that. Don't chamber it back and recoil it and explode with it. Just let it go. And that's exactly what Aupuni Pagoa is doing right now. He's finding the range, hiding the jab, and then popping it out there like you're seeing now.
Right now, he is lighting up Houston Skiback. Pagoa, fast hands, great movement, very solid athlete.
I think Skiback is going to have to bite down on his mouthpiece a bit.
Oh, and he's knocked down. Pagoa looking for another finish. Teeing off on Skiback now.
Skiback in survival mode right now, Ron. Look at the accuracy from Pagoa with these shots. All of them passing around the guard of Skiback right now. He's on loose legs.
Skiback down, but not out yet.
Referee's giving him every chance right now to recover.
Pagoa pounding away to a victory. Aupuni Pagoa starts a new win streak here in Santa Cruz, California tonight.
Was a spectacular performance by Aupuni Pagoa. This is a classic style of Aupuni Pagoa. When he gets going and he starts landing those jabs, his opponents are biting on the feints. The calf kicks start to come in. You don't want to be in a dance like that with somebody like Aupuni Pagoa, the man dance. And he was able to eventually set up that big right hand that put Skiback on wobbly legs, and they were able to finish it. He knew as soon as he sat him down as well, Ron, let me stay on him. Eventually the referee's going to step in. We're going to take a look at it right here. Wait for this. Oh, this was earlier. Okay, this is the shot I wanted to see. Quick little right uppercut, right? Sat him down, hurt his eye. Didn't look like anything too powerful, but it caught Skiback off guard. This is the ending. Look at this right hand. You can see the legs right there are gone. Follows it up one after another. Skiback just trying to hold on, right? Trying to get a hold of him to recover. And it was almost a mistake in my mind to stand up so quickly. because he got hurt again. Aupuni Pagoa knew the end was near the referee. He could feel the referee watching him, so he did the right thing. Just stay on him, apply enough pressure for the referee to have to step in and save the fighter.
Referee John Toll gave Houston Skiback every opportunity to recover, but it was all Aupuni Pagoa. There he is with his Extreme Couture teammates. Big win for the 26-year-old. I mean, this card is so stacked tonight that we have Aupuni Pagoa, a 7-fight LFA veteran, on the undercard. This is crazy.
In the flyweight division, nonetheless, right? It's the theme of the night, how good this flyweight division is here in the LFA.
Absolutely.
We're sending all the stars to the UFC. And Aupuni Pagoa, a couple losses on his record, but he seems to be a guy that when he gets things going, he almost looks unstoppable in there. The speed and the accuracy and the timing of those shots on the feet, very high-level stuff.
Big victory for Aupuni Pagoa. Let's get the official time inside to Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, John Toll, calls a stop to this fight. 4 minutes, 36 seconds into the very first round, declaring your winner by TKO, Aupuni, the Hawaiian Hitman Pagoa.
Quickly bounces back with a W after suffering his first defeat in over 2 years. Aupuni Pagoa improves to a 5-2 and most definitely puts the LFA flyweight division on alert. Well, thank you for watching the LFA 192 preliminary fights on the LFA Fight Network on YouTube. Select prelims fight. They air on the LFA Fight Network before every event. And make sure you are following the LFA on all social media platforms for event previews, exclusive fighter articles, and new episodes of Inside LFA. For my broadcast partners, Mike Kendall and Alan Joban, I'm Ron Kruk. We will see you over on UFC Fight Pass at the top of the hour.